Introducing the Wall of Heroes.
These are all real people who did amazing things to make our world a better place.
Let's make your own amazing hero to go on the wall with them.
I love it!
Loving it!
Great color! Beautiful! Amazing hero! I love it! Neat pick! Excellent choice!
Nice! Wow! Nice hero! You can also add it to your own book cover or a poster with your favorite real-life hero. If you want to change your hero, you can use this button.
Hey, look! It's your hero on the wall!
He was a Korean king who had lots of amazing ideas, like making sure everyone had a chance to learn how to read and write. Kids like you and me can change the world, all by sharing our ideas. Jane Jacobs believed a great city has what everyone needs.
I need to think about what everyone needs.
She loves to make other people laugh by putting on shows, singing, dancing, and telling funny stories.
Of course! It's good to laugh at yourself. Theodore Roosevelt really loved nature and protected it by creating national parks.
Nature needs space to live and grow, just like people do.
When he grew up, he started his very own TV show, Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
You're all special people, and I like you just the way you are.
Gigantesse was born about 1,000 years ago. She knew that the best way for people to live together is peacefully.
And that you should always solve problems in a peaceful way. Florence Nightingale was a nurse who taught us lots to help people feel better. Helping people always feels good. It's proof of just how important it can be to help people as best you can. Golda Meir was a leader who loved solving problems. She's totally my hero. Our mission is to tell people about big problems so we can solve them together. Are you with me?
Fitzgerald was an amazing singer who became known around the world as the First Lady of Song.
You should always be yourself, because there's no one in the world quite like you. He grew up to be a teacher, helping more people learn what is now called the Golden Rule. Treat others how you would like to be treated. His work protected millions of kids from getting polio, so they could run, jump, and play. It feels good to help people. Abigail Adams helped build the United States into its very own country.
That means using whatever you do have. Believe me, you can do a lot with what you've got. Alexander Hamilton was one of the founding fathers of the United States.
Of course, new adventures are exciting. Just you wait. Archimedes was a creative thinker and figured out how things work. I wonder what new ideas you can come up with. She was an expert in different ways to heal people, including ones her family learned in West Africa. Compassion was one of the many ways Mary Seacole helped people feel better.
She inspired a lot of girls to play sports, and she still does today. Girls and boys can do the same things. George Washington was the very first president of the United States.
Of course, a good leader takes care of his team. Mary Shelley had such a big imagination.
I say let your imagination run wild and have fun telling stories your own way. She invented over 100 new things. I just love to try out new ideas.
Sir Winston Churchill is considered one of the best leaders of all time. No, when you have something important to say, you need to speak up for yourself. I know how to win.
Cesar made sure farm workers were treated fairly and got the things they needed.
It may be hard, but we can do a lot when we work together.
Temple teaches people all about autism and why it's so great that everyone thinks and does things differently.
No, thank you. Everyone always wants me to do things their way, but I like doing things my way.
Michelangelo was an Italian painter and sculptor. Of course, doing something well takes time, just like Michelangelo. The idea James had was for a game where you throw a ball into a basket.
That game was
Basketball!
If I can't play one game, I just
try a different idea until I find a game that I can play. Charles Dickens used his imagination to write great stories.
Well, not really, but I imagined we did. Your imagination makes everything more fun. Rukmini Devi was born in India in the year 1904. When she grew up, she helped bring back an awesome traditional dance style called Bharatanatyam.
Traditions tell the story of your family. To do something that's never been done before, I'll have to go step by step, just like Jackie Joyner Kersey.
You can do something that's never been done before by going step by step.
The Bronte sisters all wrote great stories for people to read.
There are many ways to come up with story ideas, you know. She was known as the Queen of Salsa, which is a fun kind of music you can dance to. Da 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 da.
When you're nervous, holding something special can help you feel better.
Jesse Owens became one of the greatest runners ever, proving that being great doesn't depend on what you look like or where you come from.
Focus on doing your best.
Wilma Rudolph was one of the best runners ever and the first American woman to win 3 gold medals, all at the same Olympic Games.
That first run was pretty shaky. But no matter where you start, you can always get better.
Zelia Natal was a super cool archaeologist. That's someone who studies ancient artifacts, which are objects made by people a long time ago. Each time you ask a question, you can learn something new, because asking questions can lead to exciting discoveries.
Isaac Newton was one of the greatest scientists ever.
When I slow down and think through problems, I usually come up with a solution.
Nikola Tesla was one of the biggest thinkers ever. He figured out how to use electricity to power so many things we use every day.
Keep thinking big.
Rosa Parks worked her whole life to make sure everyone was treated equally, so all people could drink from the same water fountains, go to the same schools, and sit wherever they liked on the bus.
We still need to make sure everyone everywhere is treated equally.
He's an amazing DJ. That's someone who plays recorded music for an audience. Experimenting is how you create something new. What would you create? Sonia Manzano is a storyteller and actor who has been telling different stories for over 50 years. It's okay to have big feelings, and telling stories can help you manage them. She was a really important person who who cared a lot about making the world a more fair place. Sometimes changes are small, and sometimes they're big. But either way, you have the power to make them. She's a world champion figure skater, which is like dancing, but on ice. If you need help, it's okay to ask for it. He was an amazing poet and playwright, which is, you guessed it, someone who writes plays and poems to express ideas and feelings. How are you feeling? He was a super cool actor and a martial artist. That's someone who practices a special kind of movement. What you do with your body is up to you. What kind of movement are you skilled at?
When she was growing up, two explorers named Lewis and Clark needed her help to find a way to the Pacific Ocean.
Come on! This way! Over here! Follow me!
She's royally amazing, and was the leader of the Hawaiian kingdom, and wrote over 150 songs. Making tough choices isn't always fun, but it can help to make things the best they can be. Jules Leotard was an acrobatic aerialist. That's someone with great balance who swings gracefully on a trapeze. It's okay to feel different emotions at the same time. We just have to focus on one feeling at a time, just like Jules Leotard.
Junko never gave up. And look, she made it to the top of the tallest mountain in the world.
You can do something that's never been done before by never giving up. George Washington Carver taught people how to take care of the earth and themselves.
People call me the plant doctor because I'm always helping plants. It's important to take care of the earth, you know.
She was a successful entrepreneur. That's someone who starts their own business. What choice could you make today that will help you later? Thurgood Marshall spent his whole life making sure everything was fair and equal for everyone.
Remember one very important rule: be fair to everyone. Some people call her the Princess of Paleontology because she was one of the best fossil hunters ever.
When you start something, it feels good to finish it. Cleopatra was the queen of Egypt, and she was born a long time ago.
I'm going to ask him the right way. I'll be prepared, confident, and polite.
Norval was an amazing painter and storyteller that told important stories about indigenous culture. If you want to share an important message, art can help you.
She cared so much about protecting the earth that she wrote 3 books which totally changed how people think about the oceans.
We can all help to protect the earth, each of us doing our own small part. and Keller learned to do so many things, but in a different way.
It's very hard for her. That's why I'm trying to teach Helen a different way to hear and speak, so people know what she needs or wants to say.
James Braidwood was the first person to put together a group of trained firefighters. Being prepared can help you stay calm and come up with incredible ideas.
Anna Pavlova was one of the greatest ballet dancers ever.
Don't worry, I didn't get into ballet school the first time I tried. But when you love doing something, you have to keep trying. So I did. And now, here I am.
She used her math skills to help send some of the first Americans into space. I wonder what passions you have.
Susan B. Anthony worked really hard to make sure everyone got to have a vote.
That's right. Everyone should have a vote.
Frederick Douglass was one of the greatest thinkers ever, convincing people that everyone should have the chance to go to school and learn.
The more words you know, the more things you can learn. And learning can take you anywhere.
Edmonia Lewis made incredible art that honored Black and Ojibwe people, like her. Edmonia Lewis inspired me to make something special that represents my family. What would you make?
Tomioka Tesai's paintings told stories that were special to him, and he was proud to tell them.
Sharing stories about my family makes me feel proud.
When he grew up, he became the President of the United States, who earned the nickname Honest Abe.
I have to be honest. That means I need to tell the truth, even if it's hard to do.
Maya Angelou was an incredible poet and writer whose words have been read by people all around the world.
That's why it's important to use your words for good.
Eleanor Roosevelt helped a lot of people as a First Lady of the United States.
I always say you should take every chance you get to help others.
Louis Braille came up with his own way for people like him, who are blind, to read and write. Who knew there are so many ways to read and write, and even do math? Louis Braille did.
Zora Neale Hurston was a writer who told so many amazing stories.
That's because stories are best when you share them with others. They make everyone feel good. I even have a few of my own.
Harry Houdini was such a brave magician.
Try taking a deep breath to calm down. It'll make you feel better.
Marie Curie did amazing things as a scientist.
No, I will follow my dream no matter what. I just do not know how yet. Ellie was a journalist. That's someone who's curious about people and places and writes about them.
When you really want to do something, be bold.
He was a great scientist who saved lives with his discoveries.
It's important to think about what you need before you start.
Johann Sebastian Bach wrote a ton of amazing songs.
If you want to get better at something, you have to work hard on practice. I'm going to practice right now. Amelia Earhart flew across the Atlantic Ocean faster than anyone ever by being prepared. You can do something that's never been done before by being prepared.
Catherine the Great was the Empress of Russia and did a lot of great things.
Yes, but it's much more fun to get out and make new friends. Wouldn't you agree?
He was a doctor, and he wrote stories about an amazing mystery-solving detective named Sherlock Holmes.
You can learn a lot by looking and listening.
Leonardo da Vinci dreamed up ideas for lots of stuff we still use today.
Well, sure. Art is fantastic, but it's okay to try many different activities.
Dolores Huerta always cared a lot about helping others.
It's important to speak up to help people. Alexander Graham Bell worked his whole life to help people speak for themselves.
Oh yes, not everyone speaks like we do, but we all have something to say. So it's very important we listen to everyone.
Dorothy Levitt was an incredible racer who broke speed records in cars and boats. When I'm learning a new skill, I always start with the basics, just like Dorothy Levitt. He was a farmer, a mathematician, an astronomer, and a naturalist, which is someone who studies nature, and figured out all sorts of incredible things. Sometimes we face huge challenges, but stick with it until you figure it out.
He spent almost 30 years visiting different countries, meeting new people, and experiencing new cultures.
Visiting new places can be inspiring.
Harriet Tubman was super courageous, smart, and heroic. She had the courage to help herself and others, rescuing a lot of people, even though it was really scary. But real courage is bravely moving forward, even when you're scared.
Bob Ross loved to paint, and he loved teaching others how to paint too, in a way that made them relax and feel good.
Everybody makes mistakes sometimes. The trick is not to let them get you down. Instead, try turning a mistake into a happy accident. Explore the Wall of Heroes and see who you'll meet.